Folks, you know what time it is. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm doing pretty good myself, and it is that time of the year where we jump into our top 10 list for mini GTs. So, that's what this is. This is the top 10, my top 10, not your top 10. This is my top 10 favorite mini GTs of 2024. Now, 2024 was a really big year for Mini GT. They put out a lot of models. In fact, I think they put out more models in 2024 than they did in any previous year, even 2023 going back. So there was an insane amount of models to choose from. 2025 is going to be just as insane, if not even more crazy. And not only did they release a lot of models, they released a lot of new castings. There was a ton of new stuff that they did. From the hypercars, from the new GT3 castings, from the new Super GT castings. There's so many different things that they brought out for the first time this year. With that being said, it was ridiculously hard to choose the cars that I was going to put in my top 10, as it always is. It's always hard to pick your favorites because, in my opinion, pretty much everything that Mini GT puts out is top tier. So, with that being said, we'll lay down a couple of ground rules. This list will not include any event models. So nothing from event models, no OEM special made cars. This is just going to be regular releases. Now, with a caveat, this will include, well, not that it will include, but this can include regional exclusive models. For example, the Super GT stuff that Mini GT puts out is technically Japan exclusive. We'll include stuff like that. But other than that, there's no chases, no event models, nothing crazy like that. It's just regular releases. And also a little side note, the cars that came in the haulers, like the big rig sets, those specific cars are eligible to be in this as well. So, with that being said, that is the criteria. We will start off with a couple honorable mentions because I feel like that is important and that also helps me keep my sanity while making these videos. So I'll grab the first one right now, which is going to be this guy right here. So Mini GT released a pretty decent amount of rally cars this year, and this was one of my favorites, the Hyundai i20N Rally 1 Hybrid. This thing is really cool. Number 710, this has actually been out for quite a while now. Not quite a while. I think it came out midway throughout the year. I probably should have figured out when all these models released. You'll just have to take my word that these were all released in 2024. So we have this guy right here, which is the, like I said, the Hyundai i20N. Beautiful livery. You've got the light blue, dark blue, red blue, whole bunch of sponsorships and stuff. Really cool car. I'm hoping that Mini GT does a stock version of this i20N at some point. That would be really cool as well. The next honorable mention I have is this guy right here, the ABT Audi RS6R. So, this one is really cool. You guys probably already know I really like this casting because one of these cars was actually in our top 10 list from last year. And then this white one came out and it blew my mind. I love the white on black, super clean, the silver wheels with that kind of pinstripey, not pinstripey, but kind of like real tight knit spokes, really clean. I liked this one a lot, but it just did not cut it for the top 10. And the third one, probably a shocking honorable mention. I was actually kind of shocked, but there is a reason behind this. The last honorable mention for this year is this Porsche 911 GT3 RS. This was a super hyped casting. People were going nuts for these when they came out. It's a really popular car, and so for Mini GT to make it, of course, people are going to love it. This is number 681, and this thing actually does look insane. You've got like the anodized metallic red wheels, super clean gloss black paint, really nice. You got the red striping with the GT3 RS going up the doors. Really clean casting and really well done by Mini GT. But I was thinking about it, and there's one car that kind of went back and forth with this one. You guys will see it here in just a sec, as it is the number 10. But if this would have been the Visic package version with all the carbon fiber accents and the different wheels, it would have been in the top 10. The Visic package is coming in 2025. So that might mean that we see this guy in our top 2025 list next year. So there is that. Now, before I get into it, there's one other model that I want to discuss since we kind of are doing an end of the year thing. This is my most disappointing model of 2024. And the funny thing is, I don't even have it in hand yet. And it's going to be this guy right here. So you guys might recognize this. This is a super cool Lamborghini car. Mini GT actually just released this exact car in 1/64 scale. This is its big brother in 143, you know, made by TSM, so it's basically the same company. But the Mini GT version, for some reason that I cannot comprehend, Mini GT refuses to put tire printing on their Lamborghini Huracans. I don't understand why, because basically every other race car, I mean, hell, even some of their Liberty Walk JDM cars have tire printing now. But for some reason, Mini GT won't put tire printing on them. This was a brand new casting. They did the presentation version. I was like, okay, maybe it makes sense that that doesn't have tire printing. But then they released this beautiful pink Iron Dames. Supposed to have just a simple Michelin printing on the tire right there. It does not have it, which means that none of the cars of this casting are going to have that tire printing. It's very unfortunate. It's even more unfortunate when you look at a model like this, which is what we reviewed recently. This car has the exact same tire printing that the Lamborghini uses. You see that? It's just the one band of Michelin printing. The other kicker is these Porsche GT3Rs have the same exact wheel size as the Lamborghinis. So why is there no tire printing on the Lambos, but they're doing it on the Porsches? It's the same wheel. You just put the same wheels that you're using on these onto the Lambos. Rant over, but the Iron Dames Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo 2 from the 2023 IMSA Daytona 24 Hours is my most disappointing model of the year, and for good reason. But that's why I'm glad I have this thing right here. All right, now getting into it. I guess there's not really point in rambling anymore. Let's just jump into it. So, number 10, my 10th favorite Mini GT of the year, is this bad boy right here. So this is the BMW M4 CSL in a beautiful black sapphire paint. This was Mini GT 703. Of course, you got all your licensing and stuff on all these models, so we won't have to worry about that. But this car, in my opinion, beat out that brand new Porsche casting by just a little bit. Now, mind you, this is the third color. Well, it's either the second or third color, but there's 3 colors of this casting now. So this is the third color of this casting. They did one in like a gray color and then a white. I thought this black was absolutely gorgeous. It has a beautiful metallic paint. When you get up close and personal with it, you can see it. It's got like some nice gold, green, blue, red specks in the paint, and it just looks beautiful. But not only that, that sleek, glossy black metallic paint with the red trim and the carbon fiber roof really sold me on this one. And then when you go to the front, you also have that red on those front kidney grills, and it just looks absolutely amazing. Super clean. I love this one. That is why it is at the number 10 spot. So there is that. We will, you know what, I'm probably just going to leave it zoomed out because we're going to have these cars in the background too. So, number 10, we'll set this guy over here. Number 9 on my top 10, we have this guy. This just released recently, like a month ago. This is the McLaren 750S in Amaranth Red, number 775. This casting, this is a brand new casting. This was the first version of it that Mini GT did. It is absolutely beautiful. This particular one, which is the one that's on the top 10, because there has been the orange one. But this thing is beautiful. The paint is stunning, gorgeous metallic red paint. The carbon fiber accenting is phenomenal on this one. You got some down here in front of the wheels, up on this little front lip right here, the roof, this back end stuff right here, all carbon fiber. It looks absolutely incredible. The wheels are really well done. It's just super clean. I love my McLarens, and Mini GT did a fantastic job with this 750S. So that is the number 9. Moving on, number 8. This one actually released right at the beginning of 2024. This was one of the first cars released for the year. Number 607, this is the Lamborghini Countach LPI 800-4 in Nero Maya. So, the reason I love this one so much is because of the paint. Not only is it a phenomenal looking car, but when you take a deep dive into this thing, The paint is absolutely gorgeous. So it's a glossy black metallic, and then it's got gold flecks in the paint. And you can't tell me that doesn't look incredible. Like, look at that paint. So well done. And along the fact that it's got really nice carbon fiber detailing, not only on the side vents right there, but also on the back above the exhaust, and also up here on the front between the hood and the windshield. It's just a recipe for a top 10 car, in my opinion. The paint is absolutely incredible on this one. So there is that at the number 8. Number 7, another recent release. We have the Porsche 911 Dakar, the Rally Design Package, in this really cool Rough Roads livery. Excuse me. Still trying to get over my cold. So this thing is really well detailed. And this was another pretty hyped casting of the year that just came out. And it is really well done. You've got some gorgeous metallic blue paint, and then obviously you got your pinstriping going all the way around, and the white. And you got your luggage rack on the top with that cool stuff. Just really well detailed. It's also a really cool car. And I think Mini GT did an incredible job with it. And I told you guys when I did the video on this, I actually saw one of these in real life, one of the actual Rough Roads liveries in real life, just cruising down the road in the middle of nowhere, and I kind of fell in love with it. So of course it had to be on the top 10. This is number 805. Really nice car. I don't think too many people will disagree with me on this one. This is a really nice casting, and that is why it is in the number 7 slot. So now we'll look at the number 6. They had to put a hypercar in here. Mini GT released a bunch of these IMSA hypercars throughout the course of the year. There's lots to choose from. We had BMWs, we had Cadillacs, we had Acuras, we had... What else did we have? Take a peek over there. Maybe that was it. No. There might have been a couple other ones. But yeah, a bunch of these came out this year. There was a bit of controversy with some of them. These models suffered from quality control issues pretty bad. Now, with that being said, and they also used a lot of decals, but with that being said, this one absolutely blew me away. And I even with all the quality control issues that these faced throughout the course of the year, I still feel confident placing this at my number 6. This model is incredible. It's got a really nice, kind of chrome blue paint. It's like a chrome metallic-y type paint, super bright and poppy. And then you've got the black. The livery's really cool on it, all the sponsorship decals and whatnot. And one of the things about the Acuras is these had the least amount of quality control issues from what I've seen. Sure, they still did use some decals throughout the model, but I didn't really see anybody have any major issues with these, and that's another reason I felt confident putting this one in my top 10. So this thing is absolutely gorgeous. I love this one. Probably my favorite hypercar so far. I don't know though, because the BMWs are really nice too. And so are the Cadillac. They're all really cool, just the quality control issues suck. But this is my favorite so far. So we'll see what they put out throughout 2025, see if they top this one. But I really like it. Let me know what you guys think of my number 6 pick. You guys will have to let me know what you think of the whole list. But anyways, now let's get into the number 5. It is going to be kind of a surprising one, honestly. Ford GT. This is the 1964 Prototype Heritage Edition, number 622. This thing blew me away when we reviewed it. This one actually came out not that long ago, probably a few months ago. And at first, I thought it was just going to be kind of like a plain Ford GT, kind of run-of-the-mill. But as we were reviewing it, I noticed that the wheels and the hood and the stripes were actually like a dark navy blue and like a navy blue metallic. And the fact that the wheels were that color as well, because I thought they were just going to be black, it blew me away. And it's one of those models that throughout the rest of the year, I kept going back to and kept looking at because of how pretty it was. So this is my number 5 pick. Of course, you do have that really beautiful gunmetal gray base on these Ford GTs that I love so much. And just a super clean car, stock Ford GT, just in a really nice colorway. You even got like the old school Ford lettering down there. It is just an amazing model. And I still feel confident putting this at my number 5. So there is that. Now let's move on to the number 4 model. This was another one that was just really nice. That had me kind of taken aback. So This is the BMW M4 GT3 number 97. This was from the 2023 IMSA Laguna Seca. This one took second place in the GTD class, and it is ran by Tuner Motorsports. So the livery on this one is absolutely amazing, and this is one of the first BMW M4 GT3s that Mini GT started doing tire printing on. See, maybe you should take notes, Mini GT. People like the tire printing. You should put it on the Lamborghinis. But the tire printing on this one looks absolutely amazing, and it honestly completes the model wholeheartedly. But the livery is really cool. You've got this light blue and then the dark gray, and then you've got the music notes all over the place. You've got the Macintosh logos, and just really cool stuff. You got like the little like meter back here. Just a fantastic model. The yellow headlights with the blue and the gray and the awesome tire printing really made this one become one of my favorites for the year, and I absolutely love it. It is such a cool one. So with that being said, it is the number 4 pick. Now, we are into the top 3. We'll kind of pause here. You guys don't understand how hard this list was. There was so many models that I had to kick out. I pulled out every single model that released for 2024. Every single one on the desk right here in front of me. And I kind of sifted through, and I kind of went through, picked out like, oh yeah, that could be a contender for top 10. And I kept doing that and worked my way through all of them, put all the ones that didn't make it into that cut away. I was left with probably 35 models. I don't think you guys realize how hard it is to narrow it down from there. You might be able to say like, oh yeah, this is my favorite, but to pick a top 10 and rank them is ridiculously hard. And you know, when you're doing that and you're looking at all of them one by one, side by side all together, you kind of realize some of the models that you really loved when you first got them sometimes fall down a little bit compared to some of the other ones that have come out since then. So it's interesting how all that works. But let's get into the top 3. So the number 3 is going to be the Lamborghini Urus Performante in Rosso Mars. This car is beautiful. This was Mini GT number 657. This car is absolutely beautiful. I really like the Urus. I know not everybody does. There's a lot of people that think the Urus is kind of dumb. But when they released this Performante version with all of the carbon fiber accents everywhere in this really clean red color with the nice black wheels, I fell in love with this one. Tons of carbon fiber everywhere. All down the side, over the wheels, on the back bumper, on this little lip right here. On the front end, you've got carbon fiber all up in here. The hood is carbon fiber. Just so much carbon. And then super clean glossy red with a really clean gloss black wheels. And then the mirrors and then black accents running throughout it. This thing is badass. And I love this one. I still feel like this was deserving of the top 3 spot. And it is my 3rd favorite model of the year. Go figure, right? So, really clean. I love this one a lot. And I'm hoping that Mini GT does the Liberty Walk Urus at some point. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but that one is really cool too. So, that's the number 3. Let's just jump right into it. Number 2, this bad boy right here. So, this was a recent release as well. Came out probably about a month ago. This is number 754 from the Super GT series. This was the Nissan GTR Nismo GT3 number 360 is the run-up Revo sport, like motorsport team version from the 2023 series. And this thing is incredible. Look at that. So, top 2, right? Must be pretty special. And first look at it, you're like, okay, it's a GTR race car. But when you combine all of the little details that make up this car, that is when it becomes top 10 worthy and top 2 worthy even. And starting off, you have the beautiful Advan Yokohama printing on the tires. Super clean. The wheels are a nice metallic gray. You've got a nice clean gloss black livery, but then you have some nice red striping and pinstriping going down the car. You also have a freaking watch on the top of the car. I don't know, just everything about this car kind of just blended together and made it so clean. The yellow tinted headlights, the yellow accenting throughout with on the number stickers and and the run-up group logo, and all throughout the yellow with the red on the black, with the nice tire printing and the really nice just overall casting of this model, the big wing. It is such a beautiful car that I had to have it as my second favorite for the year. It is just beautiful. And now this is 2 times in a row that a Super GT car has been in my top 2. So kind of interesting, but yeah, just super incredible car. I love this one a lot. And there's some more of these GTRs coming out in 2025, so I'm excited for those as well. So, scoot this over. This is the top 2, so we'll put him right there. Now, number 1. This is going to be absolutely no surprise for anybody, so I don't know why I'm trying to build up suspension, but this is the number 1, my favorite car of 2024. And it is none other than our boy Rexy. So, I'm sure everybody saw that coming. So, I like this car so much that I bought the 143 version of it from TSM. And I would also like to get the 143 version from Spark. This car is so cool. And I'm not hopping on the bandwagon. I'm not just, I didn't watch the Lamley Rewards and see that it was voted the top 164 premium model of the... None of that. You guys have to realize I've been a fan of this car since before it was even announced as a Mini GT model. I was one of the ones saying, I really hope Mini GT makes Rexy. So I'm not hopping on the bandwagon. This is truly my favorite model of 2024. It is incredible. Not only is it a really cool livery, but it was a brand new casting from Mini GT, and they knocked it out of the park. It is so accurate, and it looks so amazing that the casting and the livery itself, it's a no-brainer. But AO Racing, you guys are legends. You guys have created one of the most iconic liveries of all time. Of course, it is the big green dinosaur that we all know and love. And it's really cool. And Mini GT put carbon fiber printing on the front right there. It looks absolutely incredible. This is the number 80. This is the one that raced in the 2023 IMSA Sebring 12 hours. It's got the tire printing, the Michelin tire printing. Like, there's very little missing from this model. You even have the silver cap, or the black cap on the fuel filler right there. You got the yellow tinted headlights, and the headlights actually have the 4 little LED bulb details in there. You got your Porsche badge. You got the teeth at the front, nice grille. It is just an incredible looking model. And if none of you guys have gone out and picked one of these up, you probably should do it soon, because I was kind of looking, these are selling out. So these are pretty quickly selling out, and the price is very slowly starting to go up. So if you want one of these, do not hesitate. Go out and buy one, because I really don't think you want to miss out. Now, don't have too much FOMO, though, because they are going to be doing another version of this one, the one that's in the GTD Pro class, and so it's going to have the red accents and stuff. So they are going to do another one. They are doing the Rexy. They'll probably do 2 versions of Rexy, I'm sure. Not Rexy, I'm sorry, Roxy, the pink one. Yeah, the pink one. So yeah, that is my top 10 list for the year. I'm happy with my choices. Like I said, Mini GT put out so many amazing models this year. It was ridiculously hard to pick my top 10, but this is the list. You guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let me know what your guys' top 10, or you don't have to do a top 10. You can just let me know, like, top 3, top 5, your favorite model of the year. Whatever you guys want to do, but I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you think of Mini GT for 2024, and what models you liked, what models you were disappointed in, and what models you're hoping to see in 2025. With that being said, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed the top 10 for this year. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next video.